Fahrenheit mushroom culture. We're gonna take a quick tour of my temporary setup right here. It's temporary. Gonna be moving soon, so I put everything out in the garage, but got a new tent, but I won't be using this tent after the move. It'll be a bigger tent, a 10 by 10, and yeah, but let me show you what I have as my setup here. We have our extraction fan here that's set up, hooked up to a CO2 Inkbird controller. All right, this turns on when the CO2 levels get to 750, and then it brings it back down to 700. Right now the CO2 temperature, the CO2 parts per million are they're pretty level right now where I need them to be. You know, 650, it was 657 just now, but as you can see, it's still dropping, so that's good. That means there's a lot of oxygen inside of the tent for the mushrooms. Also have my humidifier here that goes up into the tent, and this is connected to this humidity controller here. It's set to 100, so right now it's at 95. That's still good. And it's set up in a bucket here. I used to have it set up in a tote, but the reason why I have it in a bucket now is that when I want to clean it and whatnot, or change the water, all I have to do is just take the cover off and change the actual bucket underneath. So I have a few buckets here, you know, and I don't have to do, just change the bucket out, and I fill that with water. And you know, like once a month or twice a month, I do a cleaning of the humidifier and the just a general cleaning of, you know, the UV light and everything. So that goes up into the tent here. All right. Also have my temperature control as well. So right now it's at 73 degrees Fahrenheit, right? And what keeps my temperature levels consistent is this fella right here. This is a water chiller, right? And how I have this set up, I have this water chiller going into an igloo, and the igloo is filled with water, and then I have a pump attached, right? And that pumps water, that cold water, over to these fans here. These fans are connected to a radiator that blows cold air into the tent. All right, so I have two fans here going. All right, I'll probably change this later on and put these fans lower down, right, where I don't have to, you know, it doesn't interrupt me when I open the tent to put stuff in, take stuff out, just to see what's going on in there. All right, I'll probably put it down here or lower on the larger tents. But what I like about this is I can hook up a bunch of different fans to it, and it will pump cool water into the different fans. So I don't have to, you know, waste money on energy bills, AC, and that type of stuff. It's all cooled by water. So this water in here right now is probably about 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Right? So in these holes I can put a bunch of pumps, 3 pumps, 4 pumps, 5 pumps, how much ever, depending on how many tents I want, how many fans I want. And that's how I cool this tent. All right, so as you can see, right now it's at 73.7 degrees Fahrenheit, and when it goes up to 75, that's when this turns back on and starts cooling the water down again and blowing that cold air into there. So the cold water in the igloo lasts, you know, about an hour, maybe more. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to chill, and then once the tent gets back to the temperature, this thing shuts off, and then we're just running on the cold water that's in that igloo right here. All right, so that's what's on the outside of my tent right here. Oh, also I just set this up to refill my humidification bucket here, right? And this just pours in. There's a water control inside of here. You can't see it right now because it's all foggy, but it's in there, similar to that thing you have in the toilet that when it fills up it stops with the little that bubble, that tube on the end. I keep forgetting what it's called, but anyway. So this water goes into there, and I also can just switch out the buckets when this is empty. I just switch it out with one of these, or I can just refill this bucket, and you know, I always have that water there, so I don't have to do it. I don't have to mess around with this here. All right, so now we're gonna look and see what we have in the tent. Just gonna move this. All right, that's to just keep this level. We're gonna see what's going on in the tent now. We've got a lot of humidity flowing out there. And what's in the tent? Yeah, we got some lion's mane on the top here. We have some elm oyster here. That's what's going on. Some Florida oyster here. Some more lion's mane. Some elm oyster over here. These are some pinks, but this is like a third flush, so they're kind of sleepy right now. We got some lion's mane here. We have some Florida oyster that's gonna pop out below. This is chestnut, but this is not ready as yet. And some more lion's mane at the top. So with these, I was just seeing what I could get with the top fruit and some side fruits. So I'll probably top fruit them first, and then on the second flush I'll side fruit, and then after that I'll just throw out the bag. This one, actually, I just picked this. As you can see, it's like really shrunken, so I'll probably throw this out tonight, whenever. But that's what's going on in the inside. As you can see, lots of humidity coming in. We got our CO2 meter in the back there. We have our humidity there. We have our temperature there. And that's what's up. These pink lights were my first set of lights that I had in my marker tent. But I actually have the full spectrum lights that I'll probably put in on the move. I'm just using these temporarily. Alright, so that's a quick tour of my tent, temporary tent. The next one I'm gonna get, like I said, is a 10 by 10, and it's gonna be a little bigger production going on. Alright, that's it there. Alright, any questions you can ask me in the comments or wherever. If you're looking at this on YouTube, you can like and subscribe, share it around. I hope you get some ideas from this as well. If you're looking at this on Facebook, you know, just ask me whatever questions. I'll see how best I can answer them with my intermediate knowledge of growing mushrooms. Alright, so I'll catch you guys in the next one.